Good morning, you guys. So today I have done this really fun eye look. I used the Blue Blood palette and I had a request from a viewer to do a makeup tutorial. So today that is what we're going to be doing. So if you want to see how I got this look, keep on watching. Okay, you guys, so I have done just foundation. I have some powder underneath. I might apply just a little more because I do get fallout with a certain shade in here that I will be using. But with that being said, let's just get right into it. So my eyebrows are already filled, so we don't have to worry about that. But right now I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Eye Primer. So we're gonna go in. You know what, I have my mirror here, so I do apologize that I'm not constantly looking at you guys, but I gotta see what I'm doing. So you take a little bit of that, and I'm gonna press that into my skin. So the first thing we're gonna be going into is, so first I'm gonna be using I'm Cold, which is this very light blue shade right here. Hopefully you can see that. So we're gonna dab into that. Dust off a little bit, and then we're gonna go in, and I'm gonna lightly start putting that into my crease. So also I will try to tell you the brushes that I use, but some of these aren't labeled. So this is like a big fluffier brush. This is from Morphe, but it was in like a traveling set and there's no numbers on it. So then I'm going in with the Morphe M332, but it's a little more dense. And then I'm going into the shade Blue Blood. So right there. And then again, we're gonna go right into that crease. Stunning. And I'm just doing like tight circular motions in my crease. Perfect. And then I'm gonna just dip back in, do a little dust off. And here we go. His formula is so nice to work with. It's unbelievable. So then I'm gonna go back in with that previous shade and just kind of buff those two colors together. Like so. And then I have this Jaclyn Hill brush, which is the JH30. This is actually one of my favorite brushes. It's so big and fluffy. So I'm gonna go in with, I believe, Wealthy, that cream shade. Dip into that and just fluff this out on top, just so you have a smoother transition up here. So now that we got those shades on, I'm gonna take just a little bit of my Juvia's Place setting powder, and I'm gonna just put a little bit under here because I know I'm gonna be getting some fallout, and I wanna be able to dust that away. I will be honest, I usually don't do my foundation before I do looks like these. I will do my eye look and then I'll do that so I don't have to deal with this part, but I just figured it would look a little nicer, so I'm gonna do it this way. I'm going to be taking this, there's a little hair on it, sorry. I'm gonna be taking this flatter brush right here. Again, there's no number on it, just says Morphe. I'm going in with Undertaker, right here, the darkest shade in there. And I'm gonna just lightly dip into that. So fill that up, dust off. And now I'm going into the corner and I'm just gonna be pressing on this shade. Like, dang. So now that I've pressed that on, I'm actually gonna go in with this. It's a blending 852 brush that I got on Amazon. It's falling apart, as you can see. But I'm gonna go in with this to just put a little more of that Undertaker shade, and I'm gonna just stick that right into my crease. Sorry, I should probably sit up a little higher so you can see. Just like that. Now these first three shades, I really have no problem with fallout. It's the next shade that I'll be going into soon that I get a lot of fallout. Now, oh, I'm sorry. And then I'm taking the M332 that had Blue Blood on it, and I'm just blending in Undertaker and Blue Blood together. Right up here. And again, light circular motions just to blend those two together. Already so pretty. Then I'm gonna go back in where I took I'm Cold. And again, just lightly buff out. Very pretty. I'm actually gonna dip back into I'm Cold a little bit and just put a little more over here. But guys, these shades are just so stunning. I get so excited every single time I use this palette. Little things in life, you know? Little things. And now I'm just kind of blending these two shades together so they're a little more seamless. Pretty. We are gonna go in with, this is a E.L.F. concealer brush, very flat. And I'm going in with, where is it? Back here. The Camo Concealer by E.L.F. This is their original formula, so it's a little drier, which I love for my eyes actually, but I like the hydrating one for my face. Well, fun fact for you. So honestly, I would probably buy this again because it's perfect for this. So I'm just dabbing into this a little bit just to cover the brush. Close that up. Done there. So now we're gonna go in and we're going to cut the crease. Now I'm gonna go like halfway. So I'm gonna start about right here. And I'm just dabbing on. You don't want to like slide it because you're going to move the product around. So I'm just dabbing on and packing that concealer on. And then I'm bringing it down. Perfect. And then I take my finger, just kind of lightly blend that so it's not so harsh right there. And voila, done with that. So now I'm going in with my favorite shade in the palette, which is Ocean Ice right here. This shade though, the fallout is for real. So let me just, I'm gonna add on just a smidge more powder because I really don't want to have to fix my foundation. I'm probably gonna look a little drier today because I don't usually add on this much powder, but it'll probably look great on camera, so it's fine. I'll be honest, I'm just gonna be wearing a mask the rest of the day at work, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so we're gonna go in with Ocean Ice. So I'm gonna dab in to Ocean Ice. Oh, so pretty. Okay, and then I'm gonna blend in Undertaker with Ocean Ice, so. Such a pretty shade. You can also wet your brush, and I bet you this would even pop more, but I didn't for the other side, so I'm not gonna do it for this side because then they'll look different and that will drive me cuckoo. All right. There we go. Now I'm gonna flip onto the other side of my brush, and we're gonna go into Ice Tray, which is right above. So hold on, right there. So we're gonna go into Ice Tray. This shade is like very buttery. And then we're gonna go in right here and blend those two together. And then I just flip back and forth between the two and just blend those. Oh, so pretty. Then I'm going to take that flat brush that had Undertaker on it and just lightly tap in right there. Pretty. And now, last step, we're going in with this beautiful white shade, and we're gonna put that right in the inner corner. And I wanted to check to make sure I had it on the Ice Tray side, which is where I blended it down, not the Ocean Ice shade. And now we're just like kind of feathering these two shades together. Voila! So if I get closer, I don't know if you can see the fallout underneath on this side, but I definitely can, which is why I'm glad I have that powder down. So going to take a brush, a big brush, and we're gonna dust away. Much better. Okay. Oops, sorry, I just hit you. Rude. All right, so then now that we have got the eyeshadow pretty much done, I'm gonna go in with my usual brush and we're gonna just dust this powder away. Okay, and now because I'm feeling dry, I'm gonna go in with my Paul Mitchell Awapui Mist. Feels already better. And then I just take something and lightly fan my face. So now that I feel a little more hydrated and feel a little bit better here, we're gonna go in and we are going to do eyeliner next. So this is obviously, you don't have to do eyeliner, but I'm going to just because I want to. So I'm going back in with my favorite eyeliner. Wa-da-da. I always shake it up a little bit, and here we go. I'm gonna bring my mirror in closer, and just bear with me. I'm gonna bring you down. Oh no. Blooper. So what I like to do is I kind of go right out to my eyebrow, and then I come in, and usually I try to stop myself around like halfway to my eye, because it usually makes my eyes look a little bit bigger. Whereas if I bring it all the way down, it makes my eyes feel smaller. But when I make mistakes, that usually means that I'm bringing it all the way down. So we'll see what today's look comes to. It's a mystery. Here we go. Now with this eyeliner, it does take a minute to dry, so I usually try to kind of keep my head like this and let it dry. You can even kind of do one of these, because if you move around, it gets up here. So this is like my only downfall. Now once it's dry, it's not moving. And I like that. It's almost kind of a pain to get off half the time. But it's gotta dry first. I have to say that wing went on pretty easy. Let's see if we can get the other side to do kind of the same thing. The wings are on. I'm feeling pretty good today. Worked out well, pretty easy. So now I am actually gonna go in with this Kat Von D palette. I did smush one of these somehow. I don't really know how, but I did. You know what? Hold on. Oh, that's sad. I just had a whole shade fall out. Palette here, this shade just crumbled onto the floor, so that's a little sad. But there was just a little left down here, so I just went in right up here, I don't know if you can tell, and did like a highlight shade under my brow. Looks really cool, I think. So, went in with that. Now I'm gonna go in with mascara, and I'm going to finish putting foundation and powder on and all that good stuff. Then I will be back and I will show you guys the finished look. So I just wanted to get a close-up so you guys could really see everything. So let me just kind of get a little closer here, and I'm gonna turn the camera. So this is what we are working with. Again, I think now you can see more of that highlight underneath my eyebrow. So pretty. Anyways, back to the video. All right, you guys, this is the final look of today. What are we thinking? So I'm just gonna quickly go over what I used on my face as well. So after I used my foundation, which was the Wet n Wild foundation, this is in Soft Ivory. I did that, and I also used my E.L.F concealer. And this is in the shade, this is the hydrating one, by the way. And this is in Light Sand. I'd actually like to get this in a lighter color because this is a little too dark for me, but I still love it. Then I went in with my Tarte Pro Glow. And I went in with that shade right there, which is Sculpt, I believe. Yep. And I did that for my bronzer. And I also went in with a little bit of my Milani, which is, this is the Sunlight one. Really beautiful bronzer. This I would absolutely repurchase. I love it. And then for my blush, sorry, I'm kind of pulling everything back out because I put it all away. This is the NYX Ombre blush. This is stunning. I want more in this, but it's harder to find. This is the shade that I used. It is in Mauve Me. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Really pretty shade. Then, for highlight today, I used my Anastasia. This is the Pro Glow, I'm sorry, not Pro Glow, Glow Kit. And I went in with Stardust on my cheeks and just a little on my forehead. For lips, I went in with my Jeffree Star in Can't Relate. For my setting spray, I used my Per Usual All Nighter Urban Decay setting spray. And what else did I use? Mascara. I did this combo which I really like. This is the On the Rise NYX mascara. And then the Better Than Sex mascara. I also went in with the Morphe liner, and this is in Bamboo. So it's like a nudie color. And I did that on my waterline. And yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think I used anything else that you guys didn't see. So yeah, anyways. Obviously I went and did my hair for work, and this is the final look. So overall, going back into Blue Blood for just a minute, this is a really beautiful palette. I personally think that the eyeshadows blend really well. I think you can come up with some really fun looks, and this is absolutely my favorite palette of all time. So if you guys want to see more looks from this palette, let me know. Maybe my next one I could do like 3 looks using one palette or something like that. Thought about doing it in this one, but I thought that would be a little too much. So anyways, I just wanted to show you that again. It's a really beautiful palette, you guys. I highly recommend it. And the packaging. Okay, so with all that being said, I hope that this video was helpful for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please comment down below for the next thing that you want to see. And I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a fantastic day, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And I will hopefully see you on the next video. Bye, you guys.